Hello everyone, welcome to another year, another day, another FNM. Welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are taking a look at Historic Brawl Showcase. From tomorrow up to the 8th, it will be a full event of Historic Brawl. You can actually make your own decks, but FNM's good place for those who are starting out. And Wizards decides to give us a few decks to try out. So these are all pre-constructed decks. All of them of different varieties. Not too fond of blue being represented in 3 colors and one deck being 3 color. But we'll take a look at all the decks to see what they have. All of them have different themes. Actually, I need to go back. I will comment that for Historic Brawl, all of the commanders being standard legal, kind of questionable, but then again, it is easier for those who want to recreate the decks. So actually, I want to take a look over the cards that are not standard legal. But first, Commander, Calyx, Destiny's Hand. So the only Planeswalker in the group, very underrepresented in standard right now. But Calyx is a value engine for enchantment decks. So +1, you can reveal an enchantment card, put it in your hand. For -3, you can turn an enchantment into basically a banishing light. And -7, return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. So this is pretty much your value and removal here. So, and pretty much everything is an enchantment here, or okay, that's a land, or supports it. So Stonehaven Pilgrim, that's our, and this is our one card. This is one card from Historic right now. So if you control artifact or enchantment, when it attacks, you get +1/+1 and lifelink. That's okay. There's Legion's Landing. This one's always a good all-star. Unbridled Growth helps fix mana and is an emergency draw card if you need to. Starfield Mystic back in M20, very good, makes our enchantments cost less. No Shrum or the others. We don't have that many art. We do have a few auras, but not the typical ones. Okay, Birds of Millet is good. Okay, these are... And we have a few of the Constellation cards. Desian Wander, Cetacean Skirmisher. Okay, Wolfhill Haven's good. Blessed Spirit's another jumpstart card. Enchantment. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter. So not bad for a flyer. I would note we got Omen of the Sun, but we don't have Omen of the Hunt, so the deck is more white heavy than green heavy. Despite the number of forest to plains ratio, I think something's off here. Well, we do have Emeria's Call, so that's an extra white land, but I don't like the 50-50 split. Let's see, Prison Realm, Top to Arrest. Okay. Satyr Enchanter. So this is our card. So this is where we get card draw value. Cast out's good. The Hondens are fine. Trusty Retriever, return target enchantment, or mostly enchantment here. So we're gonna be leaning mostly on Archon of Sun's Grace and Sigil of the Empty Throne as our win conditions. We have other things like Mirari's Wake. Okay, the Prodigious Growth. Okay, this one feels so random. That one really shouldn't have to be there. Sandworm Convergence, also a very good win con. Overwhelming Splendor, also good win con. Kind of need Mirari's Wake just to get to that point, but we should be able to maintain some semblance of control in the early game. Hopefully things don't get too rushed out. I'm also noting that we all have Command Tower, no Arcane Signet. Okay. Next we have Gadwick the Wizened. This one's mono blue, so when enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent opponent controls. So, okay, there is a slight artifact theme here, though it's a bit of a weird one. We have Sky Sovereign Consul Flagship as a good win con, Sharding Sphinx and Torrential Gear Hulk as additional ones. Tezzeret also counts here. I actually would prefer Tezzeret over Gadwick, but I guess that's fine. Great Shark. So we have a few ramp effects. Okay, we have Expel for Oraska, but we don't have the other one. So this one's a bit So this one's a bit weirder. We do have Pact of Negation as one counter spell. Wizard's Retort as another one. Juari Disruption. Okay, very light on counter spells. We have a Renowned Weaponsmith, so this is really blue/artifacts, though we don't only have a handful of artifacts. This might be the only one with Arcane Signet, though. Stinging Lionfish. There are a few instances. This one's probably gonna do really well only because we don't have to worry too much about mana. Okay, there's also Crawling Barrens as well. So so this one really depends if we can hit our big stuff and maintain control. Gyruda, Doom of Depths. We remember this one back from the old days. So it's an even mana cost creature that allows us to mill 4 cards from both players' libraries and get something even mana. And everything here on this right side is pretty much what we want to hit. Gorman's probably the weakest of the bunch. We do have Gear Hulk, Massacre Worm, Dinrova Horror's fine. Razakhet Foul-Blooded. Oh, pay 2 life and sacrifice a creature for a demonic shooter effect. I guess that makes sense. 8/8 tramples also. Villas Broker of Blood. This one, 9 mana, but then against a sorcerer, you're never going to get that anyway. And so this one has a bit of a demon team. So we got Liliana's Contract. And how many have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bit poor. Only 5 demons when you need 4. But then again, there's a Spark. No, Spark Double will also copy the name as well, so that doesn't that will not count. Neither will Vizier of Many Faces, though we do have a sub reanimation team here. So if we're not just hitting with Garuda, we are hitting with reanimation. So not too bad. I kind of like this one. This one also has an Arcane Signet. Kind of weird that the Calyx deck does not have the Arcane Signet, but the blue back these two decks have. Kaza, I think, also has an Arcane. No, this one does not have an Arcane Signet also. So Kaza Royal Chaser. This one's essentially a mana rock. You're using it to cast your more expensive spells. So we're basically looking at Commit, Shark Typhoon. Well, not Shark Typhoon. Boon of the Wishgiver, Sublime Epiphany, Seagate Restoration. Baral's Expert. Yeah, so we're basically looking to cast some of these, but we have a lot of early game wizards, a lot of early game spells to go with it. This one, it's pretty much wizard tribal in the early stages, though then things get better based on what you get afterwards. Being able to kick an Inscription of Insight would be nice. This one's kind of fine, but I feel okay, Nissa of Shadowed Bows. This one's also another Planeswalker that hasn't seen much play. So landfall to get loyalty counters, +1 to untap and make a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace until end of turn, unlike the previous more broken iteration. And -5, put a creature card with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So very good. Combos really well with Gitrog Monster. Yeah, why couldn't we have the... So as far as big creatures go, it's pretty much just the Hydra and the Green Ward. Then we don't... We got some nice ones in Tragtusk. We also have another Planeswalker in Vraska. So I kind of like the green-black one so far. And also I like the balance. It's mostly green, though I would rather have Bajuka Bog over Baron Moor. Yeah, so you can act. So there's a possibility of ramping. So you could ramp into something big and eventually try to get control with Nissa over time. So not too bad. So this one's looking interesting. That's the most interesting one. This one is the one that I think will have the hardest time. So Rin and Seri Inseparable. Cast a dog spell, create a 1/1 green cat token. Cast a cat spell, create a 1/1 dog creature token. And for red, green, white, tap It deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control, and you gain life equal to the number of cats you control. Now, now basically there are a lot more cats than dogs, so it's so we're depending on our cats to get dog tokens and to be able to get our damage base from there. That said, yeah, this one's just all cats, all dogs. The cats have better support here, so I'm actually wondering if we even have to bother with pack leader, but that's fine. Better something than nothing. Also got Ajani as additional cat support. Though I wish it was the Ajani that made Ajani's pride mates, but this one's fine too. Let's see, and this one, but however, this is a cast trigger, so just returning to the battlefield is not going to trigger this one. That feels that's a feel sad. But that said, between the Caracal, the Feline Sovereign, the Pride Sovereign, lots of support for white. We also get Cub Warden as additional. Their retreat also makes things. The mana base is what scares me. But otherwise, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to start from left to right. I'm gonna play. Hold on. I'm going to play with each deck once, given the amount of time we have. I don't want to try to see if I can win, but we'll do our best. I might revisit a deck if we never got to go off, like if it was all mana troubles. We'll see. Spent a lot of time explaining this one. Look, it's also a good way to explore how other people play the different decks. So yeah, definitely playing this one. So Skirmisher into Have. This is fine. It's not the best opening, especially when we're facing down the turn 1 Isamaru. That's not. We do have Constellation. We can just block with this one, I guess. We can ramp up to 4, so actually no, we're not. We're ramping up to 5 actually. So, but an interesting thing we can do is I can ramp. We need this one for the white anyway. So if I ramp, it's essentially for Arasta. That will put a bit of a stop. In fact, Setessan Skirmisher feels like the weakest one, so I'm gonna willingly take the hit. We're gonna set up Arasta into Archon of Sun's Grace or Calyx. If our opponent plays something big, then we can just minus onto it. Bronze-Hide Lion. That's a good minus target. Mirari's Woodmaster. So I don't remember the amount of removal our opponent has. I don't think it's looking over the Rinseri deck, not so much. I think it's just mostly creatures, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I kind of glossed over the list. I probably should have paid more attention. That's it. Let's say if our opponent aims for a Cub Warden, that's an auto Calyx. I really want to play Archons as soon as possible. Feline Sovereign. So it needs to deal combat damage. First things first, we cannot let this stay. Yeah, definitely want the command tower. I will also play the Setessan Skirmisher. No attacks. Just in case our opponent has something that can deal with this. Yeah, cast Rin and Seri for lack of anything better to do. So So we got the command tower. Hold on, what's this? Creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever you tap a land for mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can go 4 and 5 if this survives. Yeah. This one gains indestructible but has to pay mana for it. I'm actually gonna just hold back. Like, sure, our opponent can spend 3 mana to ping this one and gain some life. No, going for the Regal Caracal, so it has lifelink. So we're really going wide here. We probably need to drop Calyx soon. Hold on. So I need to decide if I want to just go Nylea's Forerunner. This is 5 mana. Or if I want to go Calyx just to nuke the Caracal. I kinda want to do that.
There's so much beyond Theros to explore.
Let's put it on... Put in the Mirari's Wake.
This will cease your meddling.
I'm gonna offer something. Nope, doesn't take it. If our opponent tries to snipe Calyx, that just means I just play Calyx again, nuke something else. Opponent is incentivized to start sniping creatures. They do have they have 4 dogs, so can't kill Archon yet. Thank you, Mirari's Wake. They can kill the Pegasus token. So I have to also be careful when blocking with Archon because Rin and Seri is a combat trick on board. I may have to just accept damage. This one's any target. Yes, any target. So opponent can actually snipe Calyx now. Don't know if they actually want to do that. But basically the plan is to start sniping problematic permanents, like take damage if I have to. Unbreakable Formation. Let's see how the opponent attacks. That was just, that's an auto die. I'm not gonna. That said, okay, so these two are aiming at my face. I probably will leave them alone. This has indestructible, so I don't know if they have a combat trick. No, so I'm not gonna even bother blocking that. I'm actually just gonna take the 9. Yeah, they put too many creatures in front of me.
I have strayed from my path.
No. So opponent has 2 mana up. Nessian Wanderer. Whenever enchantment. So play Nessian Wanderer. So I need to do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves... Which actually, if I can hit the land with Nessian Wanderer, that should give me Calyx. Yes, hit the land.
Purpose, restoring order to Theros.
Let's put that under the Wolf Willow Haven.
banishes you from this world.
So I probably want to just swing with the... Does our opponent have a combat trick? Yeah, because he can't tap with this now because this is an Evolving Wilds. So I'm going to actually swing with these two. Let's gain some of that life back. So I'm probably tempted to sacrifice the Unbridled Growth to draw a card. Opponent has technically 4 dogs, so can snipe 4 runner, so something to keep in mind. So it's a good thing I didn't stack anything under this one. No, opponent concedes, right? Yeah, opponent would have gotten more blocks from me if I had yeah, so that one went really wide. Problem was I was just repeating Calyx over and over again. Actually, opponents should not have bothered attacking Calyx. With the Mirari's Wake out, I could have recast it easily. So okay, Magic Phoenix of Ash. So we're gonna change out to the next deck. So Gadwick the Wizened. So again, we're trying to ramp really quickly. It's a bit of a devotion deck, so it's not, yeah, it wasn't just the Gadwick, there's also Caliphate there. So we're gonna try to see if we can hit those nice devotion notes. So we're on the lookout for this is horrible. Like, I can buy time with the blink of an eye. I can cast Gadwick for no value next turn into a Hedron Archive. Let's take a free mulligan. Okay, not too punished. So this one's much more preferable. So we do need at least 3 lands if we want to hit water or not. And so next turn island, hold up, and so actually we're holding up a lot of possible things. I do kind of want our opponent to attack though, so maybe we can get some Lotus Cobra. Our opponent could accelerate quite a bit, and Ascend really messes us up. This one just taps it down, so it's... I don't like doing this, but I do have to buy time, which is not on our side right now. Okay, got Bane Veil. I'm probably gonna just play the Thassa's Oracle now. So put 1 card on top. Because I kind of want to start hitting 6. I want to start hitting Gadwick. Opponent plays Incubation Druid instead. Okay. So, lacking anything else, Gadwick X1 is fine. So we do know that the green-black deck has lots of has potentially good amount of removal. So Zendikar's Royal. Ooh. We hit Nyx Lotus. It enters the battlefield tapped, so we won't get the mana until much later. You know what? Let's just swing now. We're gonna take damage anyway later. So the plan is drop the land. Hopefully the Lotus stays long enough so we can Gearhulk flashing Oraska. That's fine. Gitrog monster. That's a good target. Actually, Water Knot. I probably want to just Water Knot this because I don't like the idea of bouncing it back. So I will get the Ascent trigger. What's this? Top of its owner's library instead. Sure, I guess. So I definitely want to delay. Opponent will start drawing more cards. They just don't get the benefit of the actual 6/6 Death Touch body. An interesting trick we can do is if our opponent points a kill spell and Water Knot, we can bounce it. Another thing we can also do is Torrential Gear Hulk our own Gadwick. Demon of Loading. Okay, really going all out. Let's see if our opponent attacks. Yeah, skip one turn for them. No, I need to decide if I want to. No, Merfolk Trickster. It taps it, so I probably want to save that for next turn. Let's cast the Sky Sovereign now. Snipe the Incubation Druid before it gets any bigger. Then I might as well scry with the excess mana. Ugh, good scry. That's a very good scry. This way I can Merfolk Trickster, tap something down, crew Sky Sovereign if I need an extra blocker. But yeah, hitting the next Lotus on time is kind of is really busted. Yeah, opponent never got the chance to. Yeah, they were. Okay, now they're hitting Lotus Cobra. So that's. Opponent probably has a land. Yeah, there's a land, so that gives. So opponent's gonna have a lot of 2/2s. So I actually want to set the stop on upkeep. Okay. Yeah, they're not gonna cast that. Draw a card. That's fine. Search for a land. The mana is inconsequential. The 2/2 creature is. Let's see if our opponent actually +1 makes a creature attacks with it. I actually prefer if they attack with everything. It'll make my life easier. Okay. Does he make it into a creature? Makes it into a creature. Does our opponent attack? So we're gonna actually tap something else. Tap something else. Then we're going to crew this. Yeah, opponent sees I'm gonna eat the land and it's only a matter of time. Okay, I'm actually impressed. Though that only worked because we actually hit Nyx Lotus and we were able to buy time between the Gear Hulk and stuff. If we did not hit the Nyx Lotus, we would be struggling with our mana, having to pay between one thing and another. So, but if it works, it really works. I guess that could have easily been a Hedron Archive or something else, but no, it had to be Nyx Lotus in that case. So let's try the next deck down the line. So Gerudo time. Let's see how well this one does. Am I liking these decks? Yes. What I'm probably not liking so much is that for Historic Brawl, a lot of the cards are not exactly historic. So that said, Villas really should not be in hand. But I'm gonna keep it anyway. We do have a bunch. If we start drawing our yeah, that's what I was afraid of. If we start drawing our big 4-drops, we are in trouble. I could just discard if I have to. And the other thing is we don't exactly have counters, so if our opponent starts hitting their big mana, we are in real trouble. So we do get Arcane Signet next turn. So we can go for a turn 4. We did hit the land though. I might actually just try a course. Let's see if our opponent counters this. Ugh, we hit our... Okay, sacrifice a creature. I'm gonna ditch Gorman because that's the weakest of the bunch. Yeah. So next turn, I definitely will cast Arcane Signet. So we need to actually hit the creature if we want to cast Demon Catastrophes out. Ominous Seas. Opponent is gonna start buying time that way. They already cast their op. Okay, we hit a Nightmare Shepherd, so that's good news. So next turn, 5 mana. We probably cast Nightmare Shepherd first. Spark Double onto Nightmare Shepherds probably feels weak. Wait. Create a copy, except it's an opponent hits the Nyx Lotus. It's the Nyx Lotus, but it's just a mana rock right now. Opponent probably just Gadwicks at X2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, X3. So that's 3 cards off the top. That's very good with Ominous Seas, actually. No, goes for the Corridor Monitor. You might want to tap that for mana first. You have to hold priority. Oh wait, okay, held priority. That's good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, draw 4. No. What the heck? That, yeah, that was a big oopsie. However, it also kind of signals to us that our opponent... Oh no, they just went for the Gadwick now. They kind of wanted to draw... They wanted to draw more cards than that. I guess I might as well just Garuda now. So what did we hit? Reassembling Skeletons, not great. We did hit their we can't hit their Arcane Signet either, so yeah, we'll take the Skeleton. Interesting thing is now we can sack... Oh, kind of wish I kept the Gorman now. This is the one I should have ditched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of need more mana. That said, Spark doubling Garuda is also a very good option. Remember those old days? However, our opponent just needs to start casting... There's a Bubble Snare. So, well, Demon Catastrophes is actually good with this one. But I might want to cast Spark Double first. So let's do a mana check. Oh, yeah, just need... There. So yeah, we'll Spark Double. We'll Spark Double first. Opponent might have a counter. Well, with this much man, no, their counters are soft. There's no... They might bounce this just to prevent me from copying it. Which is fine, in which case okay, of course I'm gonna select Garuda. Okay, that was a complete whiff. Which I figured, the deck only had so... Yeah, that's a Razakhet now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're about to hit 8 mana though. I'm actually willing to keep Razakhet up top. Yeah. Now I'm gonna hold the Reassembling Skeleton back. That's something that we can use to chump block this if we have to. Merfolk Trickster. Taps that. Yeah, taps everything. Draw 6. So let's see. Take 6. Opponent probably has a bunch of inst. Another interesting we can do is sac. Okay, so I have to decide which sacrifice we want to use. Actually, I'm gonna declare combat first. Let's force our opponent to play stuff out. Like, there's the Being Veil that will tap something down. Okay, if that's it, I'm just gonna swing with the Nightmare Shadow. Opponent might have a counter at this point. There's the Jawari Disruption. That's... But opponent's down to 1 card. No, they're about to get the... So this got countered. We hit our 9th mana. So let's declare attacks first. Ooh, they're just taking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to play Villis, but whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. Yeah, our life total's way too low. I'm gonna cast this, sack Garuda. We could, yes, move to commands 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, already moved to command zone, so I don't get to exile it. Actually, what I should have done is send it to the graveyard, exile it first, get another trigger. I made that was a mistake. I should have sacked. That said, Rise of the Dark Realms. Put how many creatures does our opponent doesn't have any creatures here right now. I've been whiffing since forever. I'm curious why our opponent attacked with. And this one is returned. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not used. Oh, that's just to get the top there. So Augur, draw 3 cards and put 2 in front. I'm actually gonna just... Let's see. This has trample. This does not have trample. I'm gonna swing with these guys first. Let's get that last card out of the way. Do I actually want to swing with just these 2? Because there's an 8/8 coming. Need to be prepared for that. Okay. See, got 3 creatures actually. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if they have an actual counter. They had the actual counter. Ugh. Okay, so there we go. We're forced to block this one, but if our opponent has another blue spell, that's good game. No, it's Dreamstone Hedron. Wait, he can still sack it for cards, which is what he's doing. He's digging for a blue spell. Does our opponent have the blue spell? Has the blue spell. Yeah, good game. Opponent had the right, as you can see, opponent had the right counters on time. It was the same situation. It was the same situation that I was in the other 2 decks. It was quite close. I'm trying to think if there's any other way I could have played that. Probably instead of playing Razakhet, I could have played one of the cheaper ones, though that would meant our opponent had 2 floating counters. Yeah, hitting that Wizard's Retort was really bad for us. I guess if I were to do this Garuda build, I would probably have some sort of hand attack. Drown in the Lock. Thoughtseize. Heck, this is historic after all. Oh wait, I said I wasn't gonna play this one again. Sorry. So Sorry, sorry, I'm giving you a free win. I kind of blanked out. I wasn't supposed to play this deck again. Yeah, sometimes I talk too much. So let's change this out. It does have legs. I like it. Also, I will note that we essentially whiffed on those two triggers. We could have had a third trigger. That one's on me. Yeah, but I would have forced the build to be. Actually, no, I don't think I could have forced it any more than I could based on the cards that were milled out. Well, the Palladium Mirror was an oddball. So yeah, definitely keeping this one. We're 1 mana away from commit if we need it. We have oil opt. Opponent opens with Once Upon a Time. Probably a very good reason to run a green deck. So probably we'll just play the island, hold up opt. The next turn, I probably just play the Royal Chaser. I know this deck is not exactly removal heavy. So yeah, we're gonna just opt now. Boon of the Wish Giver, cycling. Kinda want it, but not quite yet. Extra Wizard, sure, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the risk by actually taking damage first. And I might as well just attack now. So next turn I essentially have virtual 4 mana, so I want to play an island so I can into the Royal or commit, assuming our opponent doesn't kill this one off. I am accepting that this one's gonna become bigger. Okay, playing the command tower. So preferably I cast into the Royal because next turn I'll have Baral's Expertise. I want to cast commit with that. Gonna pass the blocks. No blocks. Let's see if our opponent pumps it now. Opponent not pumping. Which is kind of fine, I guess. We'll take it. I don't remember there being another card that requires energy, so it's something to consider. Opponent, it's just my turn. Okay. Oh wait, cancel. So tap first. Yeah, let's set that floating ability. Yeah, so so this doesn't. I said mana rock, but this doesn't actually act as a mana rock. Inscription of Abundance. Target creature fights. Okay, so at least we forced that to get wasted. Okay, so yeah, I can't cast this one. I'll probably cast it next turn. So this is a sorcery, so I want my opponent to actually cast stuff. If our opponent goes for some other big creature, but I definitely want to cast the Wizard next turns. Prep. Counter that. Sure, our opponent could drop a land at this point, but I'm fine with that. Also, it looks like our opponent is having mana problems, so I'm gonna... okay, this one's a bit harder to use. We're gonna cast the Wizard first. If I can hit another land, we're going Seagate Restoration. Oh wait, actually no. If our opponent's still having mana problems, I'm going to hit Seagate Restoration. Okay, there. Play a land. Might as well pay the Storm Tamer. So double flying. We're not in danger of dying quite yet, so I'm just gonna swing with the wizard right now. If I can. Opponent finally gets their land. I guess they just cast Rin and Seri if they don't have anything else. Oh, we have Lightning Axe available. So I actually have a multitude, well, not a multitude of options, but I do have some options. So like, I could just Baral's Expertise, what's this? Cast a 4 mana spell. If I can draw... What's the song though? I'll do it later. Okay, opponent goes for the mutate. That's okay. We're gonna take a hit. Yeah, we'll take the hit. Cause yeah, no blocks because we got something in store. So I can tap this. That generates 3 mana. 1, 2. Okay, hold on. Okay, bounce. Then let's see what's... Then I'm going to cast... Choose an additional cost. Pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we'll discard the card. We'll discard the... We'll discard the Soulscar Mage. Because we have quite a few cards in our yard at this point, so I would rather cast Grim Lavamancer. Yeah, so there, casting Lavamancer. So yeah, steadily controlling the board. I will note the commit then memory. Rin and Seri. Let's just annoy them to bits. They're already at the tilting point right now. So let's... Yeah, I probably want to start choosing the cards that I want to bid. Then again, okay, opponent plays Long Tusk Cub. He has a huge energy store. Taps for okay, that should be a graphical bug. Our opponent should have gotten the energy back. They should be at 7 energy. Or, okay, it doesn't matter. Frontline Felidar. Just commit. I'll just commit. two spells I don't exactly want to see again. So probably not Soul Scar Mage and not Opt. Okay, Supreme Will. So I can just tap. So tap this one, exile the top two, choose one of them. So the other card gets exiled. I can Aftermath right now, but it gives our opponent a full grip. It benefits them more. Okay. Okay, cancel first. Activate. So tap, look at the top four. Then I probably want to just dual cast remove so that one get an extra body. So we get to draw 2 cards out of 4 that way. So yeah, definitely want this one because that's a way we can end it with Kaza right there. I was gonna set Kaya. Okay. So opponent needs a way to gain life. And to think our opponent already gained life earlier with that tap. Also, this is not a shining moment if your board only has this many cards. Yeah, opponent concedes right there. They figured that between the extra creatures and whatnot, I got it. So not really looking forward to the Rin and Seri deck. I've already beaten two of them. But we're not there yet. Next up, Nissa of Shad. Nissa. So if I have to rate the Kaza deck, yeah, it has a lot of the right interaction. Varal's expertise is really good against that deck. It probably would do fine against the Garuda deck also because that one needs a lot of setup. Commit to memory, always very good. So looks like Kazandu Mammoth. I don't like these two, but we do get Jade Light Ranger. Okay, I have no. There's an alternate. Again, another Rin and Seri deck. Looks like Rin and Seri is seems to be the popular choice. I would not call it the best choice though. Like, the mana might be a bit wonky at times. In fact, if our opponent's taking their time right now, it looks like they have a very important decision. We don't, but... So, next turn, Jade Light Ranger. We're actually looking for lands here. Alongside Lion, that's good. Broken Wings. Okay, that's an interesting option. So sacrifice. So I could just actually sacrifice some consumption to get the actual lands. We're probably about to get overrun here unless we can get something. You have to remember this one gains indestructible if they leave up mana. So that said, I do want to hit at least one land because we're looking to play this guy next turn. Roiling Recruit helps us a bit as well. I'm already starting to see some of the kinks here. Looks like I'm starting to see some of the vulnerabilities here. This deck doesn't really play like this one is pretty much made for the Calyx deck and to some extent the Garuda deck. Okay. play the Jade Knight Ranger because we really need to hit. We really need to hit lands. At least just one at least. It'll be awkward if we hit both. Well, actually not so. I can just discard Demon Loading at that point. No. Discard Broken Wings. Opponent's really deciding a bit here. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's thinking. I really have no idea now. This really does not make sense. Okay, let's us hit. We will have to discard, so I'm trying to think if there is an enchantment that I know they have an Arcane Signet, but that's not enough of a reason to. I'll probably just discard the Broken Wings. Description of Abundance. Yeah, submit one. So next turn I want to actually play Mammoth, play Mammoth, play a land, or play land, play Nissa. No. This is where Nissa is awkward. You have no idea when exactly you want to drop her. We do want to hit this guy soon though. Okay, opponent's just gonna play Rin and Sarah. No, Pack Leader. Okay. Yeah, us missing Assassin's trophies and stuff makes this kind of awkward. We'll take the 5 for now. Though we're not exactly gonna be chump blocking anytime soon. I couldn't just play the Baron Moore. The other plan I can do is just rush to this one, but that's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we have to. Okay, we'll take the riskier plan. We're gonna rush. Okay, command tower is good. So, but take note, no combat damage is getting through. We need to hit the actual removal spell. So I'm probably just gonna throw the Jade Light Ranger in front of the line. We're gonna definitely cycle the Baron Moore at this point. Gitrog monster, it will constantly block this guy. Though we have to note that by playing Gitrog, we are. Opponent did not attack with Pack Leader. I'm not familiar with the protection ability. Now, I do want to play Gitrog soon because it does allow me to draw a good number of lands. Opponent also not playing Rin and Seri, so it looks like they do have some sort of response. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing our opponent has some sort of removal, so I'm going to cast the Gitrog monster first. Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage for Swamp because I have Forest in hand. Yeah, start some churning some value up. Ooh, maybe cast Zendikar's Royal. That should buy me enough blockers. Oh wait, I can play another land. Yeah, I do want to play another land. Even if it's just to have something held up. Opponent probably has some. Yeah, looking at this card kind of funny. It's as if our opponent's not so familiar with this. Anyway, we're gonna sack a land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's this guy. I can choose to play this first and play this one. Start getting value off on the side. Then next turn, we may have to... No, the problem with Roiling Rego is the land's ETB tapped. I was afraid of that one. So they... Well, can't be helped, so we're taking 7. And what? They're not getting anything back, but it does mean I have to cast Zendikar. I have to cast the Royal immediately. Well, the good news is I don't sack a land, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Zendikar's Royal. Command Tower. So I can snipe this while this is... Well, I can snipe that while it's still unable to become indestructible. The pack leader is now indestructible, but I have something else for that. Swing with this one, might as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That get 2 lands off this. I'm trying to do some... Yes, a little bit of math calisthenics here. I definitely don't want the pack leader to go quite yet, not while this one's still up. Shame we lost the Gedrock monster, but that was kind of neat. So we get to play this one next. One is now forced to play that. So it's actually a 6/6. So this is at least a 7/7, so... Okay. Oops, sorry. Let's not mess that up a bit. Okay. The bad news is this one's any target, so we're taking what? 1, 2... We're taking 3 damage. So we do need to get rid of this or any of these guys soon. Though gaining X life back should help. I'm expecting to lose this one. We probably should start chump blocking as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is X equals 4. One more mana, X no, I probably want to hit X equals 6 and just play this one out. Yeah, get this one out of the way. Play this one, generate more blockers, then start swinging with this one since our opponent already used their ECD. Okay, that was expected. So another thing we could do is just play the sack on land, play the regrowth, and just... No, we have to get rid of this one. Now the Sky Claves on... Okay, let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh, not enough. This... that one because this has vigilance, so it swings for 8, then can ping for, well, 1. Next best thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the math is not optimal. Okay, just gonna pass. Because what I can do is let our opponent think they're hitting us. The problem is this has vigilance and first strike. If our opponent swings with everything, I can try to block this one, but... Ooh. Let's see if our opponent gets careless in combat. Because what our opponent wants to do is... Yeah, if they just swing with this one, I'll have no choice but to just... Intervention... Okay, Monster's Advocate, that's fine. Generates regular beasts. Probably will generate with reach. Also, an interesting trick I can do is I just swing with this one anyway. Then just use the intervention to shrink it enough. Okay, beasts also doesn't benefit. Probably gave it reach, yeah.
Beauty lies in variation.
Okay, let's see if our opponent goes for it. Okay, they didn't go for it, so I cannot... Technically, I still can go for it in response. Let's see if... Still need a way to regain life and snipe this one. Problem is also I have to wait for him to do it in response to something. But the good news is
I will defend the land from all interlopers.
hold on. Hold on. Do I have creature? Nope, the Gidra got exiled, so that just leaves me Jade Light Ranger. Might as well use the ultimate, it's not like I never did. No, we'll do Visionary. This gives us a 3-card draw.
Every branch and bone fights for Zendikar.
Two trees. Probably should snipe this one to limit the damage, but that one's fine too. Also, it takes out the vigilance, so our opponent can't exactly swing with that either. So I can. Though our opponent now has 3 damage on board. Yeah, we're probably still not... It's probably unlikely that we're going to win this, but... Yeah, we gave it our best. Need another piece of hard removal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 damage.
I hope things get out of hand for you.
They're supposed to cast the spell before casting these. Did our opponent mistime it? Okay, force to block, that's a given. So maybe I should not have played this one out quite yet. Yeah, opponent mistimed it. We're still dead next turn though. Yeah, that maul was very good. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's just to see if our opponent can do math.
The world will shake you loose.
Yep, and activates the broadside. So this was very close. Just not close enough. I guess the misplay was really just Assassin's Trophy. Probably should have saved it for the Rin and Seri because that was the value engine. So now that we learn more about it, we're going to give that one a final go. So this is the last deck on the list. Let's see if we can cobble it up together. My personal experience though is that it's very hard to cobble it up with Rin and Seri, though having with the jumpstart cards supplementing the list, it really helps. Ammon Kit was actually the biggest help in terms of cats. We're really keeping this one. Pack Leader, Bolt Hound. We just need one more mana for RNS. But definitely keeping this. And yeah, just need one more mana. Preferably white for Cub Warden, so Cat Dog. Yeah, no, we'll probably play it on War Leader. So I'm playing this one out now because knowing the removal our opponent has, if they're going to Assassin's Trophy this, I'm fine with it. No, they're just going for Shadow Bows. So we're going to take 3
We must
damage.
contain the blight that dwells within. We will protect my home.
We will be able to. We will. Opponent probably throws the Arboreal Grazer away unless they want to. Yeah, I dumped the Arboreal Grazer.
I must strengthen my bond.
And next turn, I'll probably play Leon and Warden. Take the 2. I could just play R and S, but actually no. I probably want to play Rin and Seri first. So opponent needs to decide if they want to just buff up stuff or just keep dealing damage to us. I'm pretty sure they're gonna cast a creature. Now the interesting thing here is that okay, opponent goes Erebos' Intervention, so +1. But since I'm not, if they swing with us, I'm just gonna mutate the. I'm just gonna give ourselves a cat dog. Yeah, let's give ourselves a cat dog. An ancient cigarette. Only on a creature spell. So far, that doesn't seem to be a problem. So, well, it's actually just cat. We're not giving ourselves a cat dog. But it does look like a, in a sense, it looks like a build your own Hero of Bladehold, if you remember that card. When it plays Roiling Regrowth, Emergency Ramp, though you have to remember this is not Harrow, these will ETB tapped. So next turn I'll probably just play Rin and Seri. Gala cats though. Then next turn we cast the Ancient Green Warden, 5/7. This one gives +2/+2, but it's not punching through. However, the alternate plan is go really wide. Save up the Blossoming defense. Probably, though, if we're gonna save up the defense, we're gonna tap the Ziggurat to make sure we cast Long Tusk Cub. This holds up how much damage? Yeah. We probably should snipe this one now, actually. Okay. So green. This one doesn't. So I can probably just snipe this now. And gain a bit of life in the process. So right now we are dealing 4 damage. Opponent concedes right there. Yeah, the board's too big at this point. Well, there you go. That's the allure. And with the decks not having enough mass removal, Rin and Seri can succeed. In actual practice, in Brawl, let's be honest, we're going to see Extinction Event, we're going to see Storm's Wrath, we're going to see Wrath of God. We're gonna see at least, like, it's a standard practice in Commander decks, it's the same practice in Brawl. Have a reset switch. You cannot just assume that your plan's gonna go perfectly well, you need to be able to reset. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, whatnot. Let me know if you tried this event, which of these decks did you like the most? Personally, I would say Gadwick is the most flexible, though it is a bit reliant on hitting something big, but it can get there. And Gadwick's ability is actually quite powerful in itself. Rin and Seri is the big surprise, though. In actual practice, I don't think it will fare against actual homebrew Brawl decks. Nissa is kind of the disappointing one, as I expected. Probably could use some more cards from Ravnica, I guess. Kaza, this one was a surprise, though again, the lack of removal is kind of what is tipping me off that is making these decks work better than they're supposed to. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great year, everyone.